background just moved. What happened? I don't know. Maybe it was a minor earthquake.
Our backdrop changed a little bit. That happens. We have 4 or 5 backdrops back there, so don't get nervous. Everything's fine. Did a good job. You introduced Java. That was great. You went to the commercial right on time. You're doing a great job as host. Isn't he doing a great job as host?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Great.
Okay. Can I do the next guest? The first guest? Can I do the first guest now?
Sure, introduce the first guest.
Okay. Well, let's see. My next guest is a superb actor who has many talents. He is a lecturer, and he's written a wonderful cookbook called The Treasury of Great Recipes. He's one of the stars of a 4-part miniseries called Time Express, which will be on TV in May, and he's also a regular guest on Hollywood Squares. Please welcome Vincent Price. Good evening, Vincent.
Very nice to see you, Kermit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Gee, I had a little frog in my throat there for a minute.
You had a little frog in your throat?
Yeah.
You're going to come out and do that line first?
Yeah. Well, I heard you do the warm-up.
Oh, thanks. Well, listen, I'm just a frog, you know. I mean, what do you expect? Anyhow.
Yes.
Tell us.
Yes.
You're working in Time Express?
That's right. That's right. With my wife, Carl, we've done a mini-series. I've been 30 years in the business and never had a pilot. Well, I had a lot of pilots, actually. But I had so many pilots, I could have gotten the Queen Mary out of Los Angeles Harbor.
How many series have you actually done in all that time?
Just this one.
This is the first one?
And it's a mini-series.
The first series. Oh, that's very exciting.
Yeah. I'm very thrilled about it.
Okay. Hey, and besides being an actor and a lecturer, you're a fantastic cook.
Yes, I
Right?
am. You know, when I was asked to be on the show, and I'm really greatly honored to be on the show with you. I really am terribly honored, because I love doing the show with you in London, the Muppet
That's
Show.
true. That's
really
true. Vincent did our show in London, and it was just wonderful. We had so much fun.
I enjoyed it.
Oh.
But I was thinking about some recipes, you know, and I suddenly thought maybe all the recipes I gave you tonight should be vegetarian.
I certainly hope you're not going to talk about frog's legs.
No, I
wouldn't do that.
I wasn't going to talk about frog's legs. Really, what I was thinking about was pickled pig's feet, which are one of my...
Pickled pig's feet?
Yes, yes.
Pickled pig's feet?
Pickled pig's feet.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's not very good, to tell you the truth.
As long as Piggy's not around, yes.
I thought maybe she might overhear that.
Yes.
It must be one of her favorites.
I would doubt it.
No,
Anyhow, yes, frogs, we eat things like flies, and I've never figured out if those were vegetables or animals.
Flies?
Flies.
They're insects.
Oh.
Yes, in case you didn't know.
Yes, okay, all right. Hey, but listen, what are some of your favorite dishes?
Well, you know, like a roast bear, very good. It's hard to get, and...
Roast bear.
Roast bear, yeah.
Yes, well...
Oh, yeah. Roast bear.
Roast bear?
Bear, yes, it's really wonderful. You put an apple in its mouth, and you roast it.
Was I that bad on that joke?
You'd be pretty succulent, I would think.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, Ben, you've done a lot of murders in some of your movies.
Yes, I have.
Because I remember, you cooked somebody once, didn't you?
Yes, I cooked Coral Brown, who I later married.
That's all right.
After you
cooked
cook
her,
them,
and then you married her.
Yeah. No, I gave her a marvelous, I gave her a permanent wave. I got, you know those old-fashioned permanents where they put the curlers in and they attached it to the electricity? Then I put her feet in water to give her a pedicure, and then I threw the switch. Oh, she really roasted.
Shocking, right? Yes. Well, what kind of other murders have you done? Because I know you've done other weird things.
Cut off people's heads. I've really done an awful lot of fancy murders. I think one of my very favorite ones was one that happened to me instead of my doing it to somebody else. Boris Karloff and Basil Rathbone drowned me in a great big vat of wine. It was wonderful, really.
I bet they didn't use real wine, though, did they?
Well, of course they used real wine. That was in the great days of movies, yes.
Yeah, these days they'd use colored water, huh?
Yes, or Coca-Cola.
Okay. Hey, you know, when you were asked to do your first horror film, that was The House of Wax, right?
Yes.
Did you hesitate to accept a part in a gruesome movie like that?
No, I really didn't, because I think people like horror movies. I really do. They like the escape. And they have a wonderful time. You know, they have fun, and there are more giggles in a horror movie than there are most comedies. Really, it's true. People really giggle a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's true. No, I think...
I love the titles of them, too. I really do, you know.
There was a very funny horror movie you did, the one that I loved the most. What was that one?
The Abominable Dr. Five.
Oh, yeah, that was terrific.
That was a good movie.
That was great.
What were some of the other titles?
Well, then there was one called Comedy of Terrors, where we were a bunch of out-of-work undertakers.
I remember that.
And we had to get a customer, you know, and it was great fun. It really was. They're fun to do.
What were some of the others?
Well, let's see. Now, we did The Pit and the Pendulum, The Mask of the Red Death. Oh, there's some wonderful ones. But I think one of the things that is really very necessary in horror movies, you know, is all the sort of accoutrements that go with it. Like, you must have a deep voice. Isn't that right, don't you think? You can't have a high voice and be in a horror movie? Boo! No, that doesn't work. But
Yes, right.
boo.
Right.
You know, and then you must speak well because people must be able to understand it.
You speak beautifully.
And then it's best to have blue eyes because everybody thinks you're innocent. Look into my eyes. Wouldn't you trust me? Wouldn't you? You see, you trust me. And the most important thing is a fiendish laugh.
Let's hear it.
Oh. You better turn around. I got a surprise for you.
Oh! You laughed, master.
Perhaps you remember that's Uncle Deadly. He worked with you on the Muppet Show.
Uncle Deadly.
I missed you so.
Thank you. And it's mutual. Let me tell you, it's mutual,
Yes.
baby.
Yes, it's been a long time since you've given me any orders.
Would you like to go out and get me a nice, fresh cup of blood?
Okay, well, I think we're
Listen,
all...
I think that's about it.
Yes.
You know, I mean, that's about as
We
far
do
as I
that right
can
after a
go.
commercial.
Oh, sure.
Let's do that right after a commercial.
All right.
Yes, we're all go out right now.
I think I'm just going to go get a taxi.
A taxi.
Yes, let's take a commercial.
What are you going crazy? Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Do you believe this, Walter? Walter? Oh, brother. Hey, wake up, you geriatric wimp. Asleep again. Boy, you don't know what you're missing. And are you lucky? Yeah. Hey, get on with the show.
They're always around to heckle me. You know? They always heckle us on the Muppet Show, too.
I know, they're great.
You know? But, you know, Vincent, somehow I couldn't really think that getting killed in a movie is too funny. It's amazing that can be funny.
Oh, sometimes it is kind of funny, actually. You know, I was once in a movie where they shot me with 40 poison arrows, and they tickled. I laughed a lot at that, yeah. And then, but you know, I mean, people really make fun of death an awful lot, and it's a good thing, too, because it's kind of serious, you know, it's final. And, you know, they say there are all kinds of expressions, like kick the bucket, croak. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yes, there are many jokes written about frogs and croaking, yes.
Yes, well, and then
Yes,
there's a wonderful one that's gone to join the feathered choir. You can see all those people up there with the harps singing. I really, people make a lot of lightness about death.
Yeah, that's true.
Why not?
Yes. Well, your movies certainly have a lot of great humor in them, though.
I think they
I
have
love them.
humor, too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Hey, you know, one thing I'd love to do now. Can I bring out one of our stars?
Of course.
Because I have an introduction over here too. Excuse me. I have an introduction over here that here it goes like this.
Yeah.
Okay, and here she is, ladies and gentlemen, the real star of the Muppet Show, a glamour queen of the first magnitude, a true superstar, and the person who wrote this introduction, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Piggy. Very good. You got your hair down and you got all dressed and everything.
Yes, don't I look adorable?
You look very good. You certainly do.
Vincent.
Did you say hello
Hello,
to
how
Vincent?
are
Yes.
you, Miss Piggy?
How are you now?
All my life I've wanted to meet you. I've met Garbo and Miss Piggy. Everything is finished now.
It must have been a long wait for moi.
We.
Oh, Kermit,
Yes?
you're doing this wonderfully. I'm so proud of my frog.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm doing my best.
That's all any frog can do. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Vincent.
Yes.
And I have an announcement to make, and I wanted to be here on the Tonight Show.
Well, what is that?
Well, I think the time has come, Kermit, to let it out of the bag. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say right here in front of everyone that Kermit and moi am engaged.
What? Wait a minute. No, wait a second. No, we are not. Hey, hold, guys. No, we are not engaged.
Congratulations.
She just made that up.
She did.
Yes, I'm not engaged to you.
We are
You're not engaged. There's no truth to that.
We will talk about this later.
Well, okay, but don't let this audience think that we're engaged.
But
No,
how
we're not
won-
engaged, folks.
how-
We're not engaged.
Wonderful to be in on that news when the
No,
world
thank you. No.
first heard it.
Not you too, Vincent.
Isn't it
No.
wonderful?
Great
Ed?
to hear it. Dear.
Absolutely.
Just
Listen,
great.
no.
Congratulations.
Really, congratulations. May you
That's
have
not
lots
true.
of
Yes, go on with the interview now.
One with my interview?
Yes, I want my frog to do well. Go ahead. Vincent,
Yes,
Yes.
may I ask you some questions from the rectangle?
of course.
Vincent, how do you dress so natty always?
Well, it's not
Can you
easy.
give my frog some tips? He has a
But
wonderful body.
he has, it is a beautiful body, but he has such a limited wardrobe, you know? I mean, no, I'm in brown tonight. He's always got to be in green.
That's
It's
true.
not easy. It's
Yes.
not easy.
Not easy being green, too.
Very hard. Maybe a little bow tie of red or some orange or something like that.
Well, actually, I don't
Yes.
really wear clothes. You know,
Yes.
I mean, I just wear this little pointy collar, this little thing here.
Yeah.
You see.
But-
and I take it out and have it vacuumed. You see.
Yes, occasionally.
Once
it-
every
it,
2 months.
it gives off a little dust every once in a
Kermit,
while.
What?
I think it's about time to introduce the boys now.
Introduce the who?
The boys.
Which boys? Yes, right. Hey, we're going to, we have a number here that we would like to do, and it's by Dr. Teeth and Floyd and Zoot. And Floyd sings this song, and he did this song on the Muppet Show, and he really sings it great.
One.
And it's called The New York State of Mind.
Super.
Okay, guys?
Yes.
Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. Now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News. Come down to reality, and it's fine with me, 'cause I let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or rounded Riverside. I don't have any reasons, left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind.